I'm on my way, finally, to New York City today. And yeah, so it's gonna be pretty fun getting there, pretty crazy. I've been here before on a bicycle, to New York City, but in the summer. So I don't know, it's gonna look different in the winter. I'm excited to see Central Park and all that. So, one more thing, I'm going to Manhattan today, and I've never really been in New York City outside of Manhattan. So in general, what I'll try to do is kind of visit more of the other boroughs and see what that's like. Okay, so I am in a tent in the middle of a park. Yeah, so it finally got cold, like warm enough for me to camp. It's pretty warm. It's pretty comfortable. It's gonna be comfortable. I have to be quiet because I don't know who could hear me. But yeah, pretty much I'm just camping in a public park. It's always kind of scary. I don't know who's gonna like show up or whatever. I've never had any figures of authority bother me before in like for camping. I've had people just like come to places I was camping and then I'd like kind of come out and say hi. So yeah, this is a little bit scary, a little bit interesting. And I'm on my way from New York to Philadelphia. I'm like not even halfway. I hope to be around halfway, but I'm not. So I think a lot of the reason why I cycle tour is to just kind of, I guess, become a better person in some sense. Like, okay, you're required to go through a lot of stuff. Like, for example, I just camped outside. I've been biking in the cold for a while, and being in the cold and being kind of sleeping in discomfort, and not like relative unsafety, really. It kind of gives you an appreciation for other things, for warmth and safety, and comfort. And then like sometimes you're alone for a while and you're socially deprived, and then you gain an appreciation for people and being able to talk to people. So it's this real. You kind of have things and you don't have things, and everything's unpredictable. And I guess like one part is appreciation, and the other part is just, I don't know, the fact that it's fun. Yeah, pretty much. So Andrew, where have you bicycled?
So I bicycled Morocco, West Sahara, and then I was embedded in the Ivory Coast for the longest time.
I found like that to be the coolest part, like the Ivory Coast stories.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was living. At first, I saw the three large cities, and then I decided I didn't like it, and I left, and I started following like rural paths.
super rural paths.
Super rural, like narrow dirt roads for days.
Like in the jungle.
In the jungle, pumping water out of streams and then chlorinating it, and then I ate jungle rat. I ate cat at one point. I ate things like animals that I like here, but
yeah,
it always worked out.
And the people, what were the people like?
The people were the most incredible, honest, like ubermensch people that I'd ever met, and they've changed my life. And I just know it will work out for you.
Yeah, for sure. So they would like, you were saying they just like, they found you, they would invite you into the village,
Instantly. It was never like, I was never treated like a stranger, but just a new friend.
Yeah. Okay, so, life is going pretty well right now. As I'm heading further south and as the seasons start to change, I'm like camping more and more. And it's kind of nice. I think eventually what I want to do is for a few days just not look at maps, not look at anything, head generally south, but like, I don't even have to plan where I stop. That's the nice thing about like camping in some sense is that it's just the freedom. Assuming that you're willing to like kind of camp wherever, which I don't know, is kind of sketch uh, in some people's eyes, but it's also it also doesn't really hurt anyone. So this whole journey, I'm trying to do more than just get from point A to point B. Sometimes I like forget about that, and sometimes I gotta remind myself that it's not like I get stressed sometimes. I'm just thinking, oh, I have this much to go, or uh, will I kind of really get to like Key West, or will I make it there and come back in the time that I think I'm gonna come back. And I feel like it's important to remind yourself that that stuff doesn't really matter, or at least it doesn't to me, because the reason I'm doing this just for isn't really for the goals. It's to have the experience of just being out and cycling and seeing things and meeting people, learning about everything and about myself. The kind of guidelines, the where I'm gonna where I'm gonna go and how long it's gonna take me. That's really just kind of the default. That's if I'm not doing anything, if I don't have any like urge, I need that default there to default to. And then that's really all that is. When I'm doing something like this, I want to kind of just be open to deviation. The whole process is just trying to figure things out about like the world and people and myself. Trying to find out how like people should interact with each other and how people should live. Trying to figure out how like what's like my best self as well, and what kind of a person I want to be, and what kind of impressions I want to make on people, and where I kind of fit in and what I want to accomplish in this world. Because I feel like when we're just in one place all the time, we can't really. It's hard to find these things out. There's just too many biases all around us. And we live in like such a small world doing our own like little projects. In some sense they're kind of arbitrary, and I don't know. It's about like not committing your life to something too quickly and really thinking long and hard about who you want to be. I just started my journey in towards the Appalachian Mountains, uh, and this journey is kind of about challenging myself a little more, sleeping outside a little more. Uh, it is cold to sleep outside today. Yeah, I'm not like at the mountains. I'm just following like some kind of small trail to get there. But I think I should get to actual mountains in a day or two. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Challenging yourself is good. That's what I'm going for, and that's what's been happening. That's pretty much it.